Welcome back to another video, and in today's video, I'm going to be giving you guys my divisional round reactions plus my conference finals predictions. We did this last week with my wildcard weekend reactions plus the divisional round predictions, doing both in one sitting, because now I feel like there's not that many games left, so you might as well just do both in one video, just to make it a bit longer of a video. So today we're going to be talking about all the 4 divisional round games, and my 2 conference predictions. Without further ado, please make sure to leave a like on the video, subscribe to the channel if you are new and enjoy the content. Without further ado, let's get straight into the video. The first game that we got is the Ravens and the Texans, where the Ravens absolutely destroyed the Texans. It wasn't close for a second, and right now, I don't think there's a team on this planet that can legitimately stop the Ravens right now. They are moving so well. Lamar continues on his MVP campaign, another 100 yards rushing, like insane numbers, and they could not stop Lamar on the ground, nor they could stop him in the air. They got the Houston defense, I think, is getting a little bit discredited because I think their pass defense wasn't terrible, but their rush defense was horrible that game. CJ struggled again. That's probably the best defense in the NFL right now, the Ravens, in my opinion, just because how dominant they have been recently on this recent stretch. And the Ravens are, without a doubt, the best team in the league right now. Until someone can see that they can stop them, I don't see a team that can actually stop the Ravens right now. They're so dominant. As far as the Texans go, you cannot really complain if you're a Texans fan with how your first season went with C.J. Stroud and DeMeco Ryans, a rookie coach and a rookie quarterback, to go and win a playoff game, win your whole division, and make it to the divisional round. Super impressive. You're also going to have the Rookie of the Year, maybe the Coach of the Year, and maybe the Defensive Rookie of the Year. You might have 3 awards. Like, what a year for Texans fans. You should definitely keep your head held high. But as if you're a Ravens fan, you got to understand how good of a team you've actually built. Lamar is playing like his 2019 self. And John Harbaugh, he's gotten a lot of bad rep recently just because in the recent years, because of his coaching decisions. I think this year he's kind of started to come down, been a really good coach for them. And also, guys like Zay Flowers, guys like Odell Beckham Jr. have been really good playmakers. Isaiah Likely, they've all been involved, and it's really contributing to Lamar's great season. And as well, just that defense is insane. I see the Texans being back here next time, but gotta give credit to where credit's due. The Ravens just absolutely demolished them. The next game we got is my San Francisco 49ers facing the Green Bay Packers, where we end up winning 24-21. I got a lot to talk about this game, and we'll start off with the Packers because we don't want to talk about my team first. Packers, they played a really good game, honestly. I think Jordan Love's mistake at the end might make some people think that Jordan Love had a bad game. Not really if you actually watched him play. Like, that last throw was horrible, but that's kind of what, like, a rookie quarterback will make. So I'm not going to blame it on him because he had an amazing year, and he should not get any bad rep for anything that he did because it wasn't his fault at all, in my opinion. He still led the Packers to a divisional round where they easily could have won. Like, I think the Packers played an amazing game. Their defense looked really good, and they gave Brock Purdy struggles defensively. And with the offense as well, I think they were churning until about the end of the game where they started to kind of fall apart, and that missed field goal really messed them up. So it was really interesting because the Packers offense was so dominating in the first quarter, even though they only had 6 points. But yet, they still were dominating because their first drive took 7 minutes long, and they got a field goal out of it. But the Niners' red zone defense was just super good and were able to contribute. And it was really interesting to see how the Packers had so much more time possession, yet could not get the win, could not get it done. They just needed to contribute. They just needed to, like, finally, like, get the touchdowns and stuff like that, but they just couldn't do it. And as far as my Niners go, I have a lot to say, but I'm very, very worried about this team right now because I'm so happy that they won, obviously. But they stressed me out, and this shit was not meant to be a game where it was going to be stressful. I knew the Packers were an underrated team. Did not think it was going to be this close, though. Brock, he struggled. He missed so many wide-open throws, and he just was not playing like regular Brock Purdy. And he's been struggling a little bit recently, but I'm hoping he can get together against the Lions. It should be a little bit easier to pass against the Lions because they have a very, very bad pass defense. But still, Brock struggled. It's just the truth. Brock struggled. CMC, he played great. Really cannot complain. Debo going out right away. It sucks. He's 50-50 against the Lions playing this week, so you got to hope he can play. But Ayuk didn't do too much. George Kittle had a very, very solid day. And the defense, I could say, is interesting because I don't know if I say give them their praise or give them their flaws, because although they let the Packers drive down the field so many times, and I think they should, there's multiple third downs where I think they could have stopped the Packers and they just couldn't do it. But they also held the Packers to only 21 points when they had so many red zone possessions. They were able to get multiple fourth downs. They had some smart plays. So I'm not really going to be too mad at the defense. I think they could have been played better. But I think it's more the offense's fault in that opinion. So Niners win barely. I just got to really hope that that is not the Niners version we see against the Detroit Lions. The next game we got is the first Sunday game. We had the Bucks and the Lions. Another very, very good game. As far as this one, the Lions ended up winning 31-23, and I think this game was very, very competitive till the end, but I think it was a really good game nonetheless. Interesting how it kind of started off a little bit slow. You know, Baker wasn't really passing as efficiently as you want him to. He threw a pick early in the game, but then he started connecting with Mike Evans, and everything kind of started going good. He started slinging it, and he ended up having a great day, I thought. I think Baker, if you're the Bucks, you got to re-sign him over this offseason. I understand that they lost, but I think where they started to where they finished the season, they're going to be super, super happy, and they're definitely going to be a very, very much playoff team in the near future. I think as long as you sign Baker, you keep the guys like Mike Evans and Chris Godwin, you're all good, because I think that offense was still churning. And the defense didn't look terrible, but they definitely had some flaws. The Bucks were, it's just the Lions were able to pass on them way too much. I mean, Monroe had a great day. Sam Laporta had a great day. And the rush game didn't have as much yards as you maybe would like, but they still had touchdowns. Jared Goff played very, very good and very efficient. And the Lions defense itself, they did what they needed to do. I think that there are definitely some flaws, especially in that pass defense, but their rush defense is still very, very good. And they were just able to do it enough. And I think the Lions definitely have some major weaknesses that they're going to have to address before facing the Niners. But the Lions get it done. They get their first conference championship. And man, if I was not a Niners fan, I would be so happy for the Lions right now. I'd be so happy that they've made it this far. Because if I'm a Lions fan right now, I'm ecstatic. Like, you have not made it this far in so long. And now you have a chance to make it to the Super Bowl. And saying Dan Campbell has been coaching that team perfectionally. I don't even know how to say that word. It's an actual word. But the Lions are playing very, very good. And without a doubt, they deserve to be in this conference championship. And the last game was probably the game of the week, as everyone probably would have expected. We have the Chiefs beating the Bills 27-24. Also, I went 4 for 4 with my picks this week. Coming back from like a 2-6 one, a 2-4 one. I'll definitely take that 4 for 4. I'm very, very pleased with that. And again, like I said, you just cannot count out Mahomes and the Chiefs. Again, I was about to say like the league favorite and more. Actually, Mahomes had a really, really clean day. 17 for 23, no picks. Like, he had a very, very clean day. But also, we'll give credit to the losing team first. Josh Allen had an amazing game. I mean, he was amazing. He was the real reason why they were kept in that game for so long. He had 2 rushing touchdowns. He just continues to show why he might win MVP this year. Had the most total yards, had the most total touchdowns. Like, there's nothing that this man cannot do. And you just can't get him down. And every single drive, it looks like when it's never alive, he'll bring it back to being alive. So without any further ado, like, Josh Allen's still an amazing quarterback. I don't think there's no hate towards him. I will say they made some bad mistakes at the end. Tyler Bassman's field goal obviously was the big one. But then you also had like Stephon Diggs dropping a 60-yard bomb. You had a very, very interesting throw from Josh Allen to Khalil Shakir. And the defense just was terrible. I'm not going to lie. The Bills' defense played terrible the entire game. There was no drive where the Chiefs actually struggled to get points. Mahomes was going down there so easily. The Bills' defense could not do anything the entire game. And now we're cut to the Chiefs. Travis Kelce had an amazing game. I still don't like how much they showed Taylor Swift on the screen. But it was kind of funny seeing Jason Kelce go shirtless in the game. That was kind of funny. But I will say that Mahomes played still a very, very good game. Was able, and again, the Bills' lack of linebackers really messed up because Kelce was just able to dominate that game. Rashee Rice, Pacheco had a touchdown. You know, like, everything was rolling for them, and they just looked like they couldn't be stopped. Again, it's some major worries about that Chiefs defense, but at the same time, you're facing Josh Allen. Like, it's how much can you actually do? So Chiefs get a much-deserved win. I don't think there's any bad ref calls. I actually think it was a pretty fair game. And the Chiefs win, and they beat the Bills again. And there's been 2 games. The Niners beat the Packers again, and the Chiefs beat the Bills again. It just seems like those things always happen. It's just a constant. So those are my reactions. 4-4 this week. I got all of them right. They were all really, really good games. And now I will be going to my conference NFL predictions. The first game we got, we're going to the AFC. We got the Baltimore Ravens facing the Kansas City Chiefs. This is going to be a very, very good game. I literally said in the reactions that I think the Baltimore Ravens are the best team in the league right now based on how they're playing. But you also cannot count out Patrick Mahomes and the Chiefs. This is going to be a really good game. It's going to go back and forth. I think this is definitely the hardest one to choose for of this slate. Because if you guys know who I'm a fan of, you know who I'm going to pick in the other game. But this game was a toss-up for me. And I think I have to go with the team that I think is better. I'm going with the Baltimore Ravens to win this game. It's going to be a really good game. I will say, I'm actually going to go with the similar score that I said for the Bills-Chiefs game. We're going to go with that same score. We're going to go Ravens 27, Chiefs 24. This is going to be a really, really good game. I think it's going to go down to the wire. But we saw some things where a team like the Bills, who have Josh Allen, who can run the ball a ton, caused some struggles for the Kansas City Chiefs defensive line, or their defense in general. Lamar could do the same thing, and I think Lamar is going to be able to throw a little bit more than maybe we think they are, and I think Lamar is going to get it done on the ground, and I think the Ravens defense is going to be able to hold the Chiefs out enough to get this win 27-24. Again, this is going to be probably the game of the week out of these two games, in my opinion, and it's going to be a really fun one to watch. I cannot wait to watch it. Ravens, I got them with the slim W, 27-24. And then the last game of the conference finals, they're both on Sunday at 3:30 p.m. Western, 6:30 Eastern. We got the 49ers and the Lions. This is going to be another really, really good game. The Lions, again, they've had a kind of a Cinderella story, and I love their team so much, but I'm honestly not even going to try to do a description at all. The Niners are my football team. I'm choosing them to win this game, and it's as simple as that. Niners are going to win. And last time I said they were going to win kind of dominantly against the Packers. I'm not going to say that anymore because they've shown some struggles. I'm going to say this is actually going to be a really good game. Niners win 30-28. I think it's going to be down to the wire, and maybe it's a Jake Moody winning field goal. Again, if you're a Lions fan and you're watching this video, I have no beef with you. I think you're a great football team, but I'm a Niners fan. So if I did not pick my own team, then I should not be a fan of that team. That's how I think of it. I got to pick the Niners. I think that the Niners are going to be able to pass the ball a bit better. I think Brock Purdy will have a better game. And I think even though the Lions' run defense is super good, I still think CMC will have a productive day. But I do think that we're going to have some trouble stopping Jared Goff and Amon-Ra St. Brown. I think we'll be able to get... To be fair, Aaron Jones had a really good game last week, but I think we can get down Gibbs and Montgomery to less than 100 yards because that was the first time in 35 games that a running back went over 100 yards against the San Francisco Niners D-line. So I think the Niners defensive line, I think with some coaching adjustments, they should be okay. I'm worried about that pass defense, but I am going to go with my team, the San Francisco Niners, to get the dub. And that would make it a 49ers-Ravens Super Bowl, which is going to be a very, very good game if that happens. And that's my video of my NFL Divisional Round reactions and my NFL Conference Finals predictions. If you guys enjoyed this video, please leave a like on the video and subscribe to the channel if you are new and enjoy the content. Comment down below if you agree or disagree with any of my takes. And without further ado, I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace!